Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. We got videos today from Replicant Fish. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
F-boys get all the single women. All of them. So why be a decent man to women?
This is actually the hard part for me to advise men, in a sense, to be good, decent men. Because the likelihood of you getting women all the time is going to be very unlikely because you're a good, decent man.
Why? Now, I'm not just talking about like being a decent man to just a general woman living her life and just walking around. No, I'm not talking about like just being horrible like that. Not like that, no. But in these dating, relationship level interactions. But we'll get to that point in a moment.
Sometimes I think about where I'd be if I didn't f around with all these boys for my whole fucking life. If you're like a single childless girly,
it's a lot of effing.
Watching this and you're like, like do whatever you want to do, but also like just focus. Divine timing and soul growth and blah, 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 blah. I'm 36 and I feel so behind. I know that this is where I'm supposed to be in my life, but I think about every dude 36? That I f around with who's what I come back to constantly for my conscious choice to be single right now and to put my blinders up to men is I don't
conscious choice to be single, or you just can't find a good man.
Want to be fucking distracted anymore, and I don't want to waste my time and my energy, and I just feel like I spent so many years putting all this energy and pouring into.
So you've been ran through for 16 plus years, maybe 18 years now. We'll just give it to you at 18. We're not going to count anything before that. And now, all of a sudden, you want to put your blinders on and not see the fuck boys, huh? Gotcha.
To these men and putting everything that I wanted to do on the back burner, and I'm just f***ing over it. I was talking with a friend recently, and she was like, maybe you should just go on like a couple dates here and there. And I'm like, listen, no, because everything is a f***ing cost. I have a 16-month-old. And if I'm going to get a babysitter and go out to eat and like hang out with the guy, whatever that looks like, I'm like...
Imagine a man that usually takes out women on dates that have to pay for everything. Yeah, they may not have kids, but they have to pay for everything, and you can't even afford it because you're broke, dusty, musty, crusty.
Like, I could be spending that time and energy first and foremost, like I could be asleep. I could be
okay, single mommy. We've let single mommy waffle enough. I hope you're focused and on your square. We've got the gist, haven't we? Yeah, we get it. We see it, don't we? She spent so much of her time effing around with F-boys, effing and blinding
and got a
around
kid out
with
of
F-boys, and now she's a single mommy. A single mommy girly pop. Yeah? F-boys reign supreme. In 2024, in modern times. But I mean, yes, of course. We are dealing with the modern liberated woman. Liberation, freedom. Get your rocks off. Get your rocks on, in, out, whatever. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Yeah? I'm just waffling words, aren't I? But I'm making a point. With the growing liberation of the modern woman, you would have a huge growth of F-boys, F-boy culture. It's weird. It's like women wonder why a lot of men are like that now.
That's where I feel Red Pill has created a lot of fuckboys. Because Red Pill, Red Pill is Red Pill. It's just the truth. The truth has set men free. Men realize, oh, I can just be a dick this whole time and just be a fuckboy, and they're going to even like me even more. I don't have to be this nice gentleman, chivalrous, and all of this, because I've been just getting shitted on this whole time. I was wondering why.
Nowadays, why wouldn't they be? I'm not going to say we, because I'm a man. I once was an F-boy when I was younger, but I'm a grown man now. But I'm just saying, why wouldn't a lot of men be F-boys? Why would and should a lot of men be decent in terms of like dating? And what I mean by that is like lying to women. Like, why shouldn't men lie to women? Yeah. To get what they want. Why would they be honest? If being an F-boy in 2024 gets you the best results from women, why would you be better? Is my point. Why would you want to? Why would you need to? This simple perspective, before we let her carry on her waffle. The saying, I'm not sure who said it. I think it was a comedian who said it. Comment which comedian said it. Can't think right now. But if a man could get WAP, if a man could get inside of a cardboard box, living inside of a cardboard box, he would. Why would he need to try better? Yep. He gets access to what he may want the most in life. Yeah. So while this woman's complaining and waffling about, the F-boys of her past, and now at 36, she's like, oh, what happened? All these F-boys ruined my life and took my youth. Okay. Yeah, you give them access. I mean, didn't you?
Sleeping, because that's what I really need to do. I think about the time that I could be spending with another person, and then the time that I could be spending finally getting licensed to be a tattoo artist and a piercer and putting my energy into that pursuit. And my son. And then, like, what about myself? I talk to women all day, every day. And they're like, it goes so fucking fast. How are women supposed to do it all when we work and we take care of the house and we clean and like
You're not supposed to. That wasn't made that way. You chose it. Women thought they could. They thought they were better than men in almost every way, shape, or form, and they can do it all. Congratulations. You're doing it all.
everything that we're supposed to do for ourselves just gets put on the back. Every single woman that comes from your lineage would literally kill to be in your position. Think about, like, I just go fucking crazy when I think about how my mom was the first woman, the generation of the first women that were allowed to have their own bank accounts. My mother, like through the grapevine that like on my dad's side, my great grandpa was a fucking abusive, rum running alcoholic. He was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
How many of the women on my mom's and my dad's sides, I don't have to go that far back, that many generations back, women that could not leave these relationships. Hey, marital grape. Like, okay, I'm gonna have to have another baby.
Okay.
Did you just call it marital grape?
Hey, we get her point. We see where she's going, the past compared to now. So then why isn't it better? Yeah, why isn't it better? Women are more free now. Women don't need
They
men
want
for
your
survival,
position,
but they
according to
still need
you,
men
the
for
single
attention and
mom at
company and
36.
Oh, of course. Well, that's why you'd have a lot of F-boys nowadays, wouldn't you? The independent, modern, liberated woman does not need a man for her survival, but she still wants certain things from men. And it's ironic she's talking about men on the past, drunk and abusive men from the past. I mean, it's odd you'd think a lot of modern women wouldn't end up with drunken, modern, abusive men of now, considering they have so much freedom and choice.
True.
But I mean, a lot of women
I actually think they get more of those men now because those men are usually the Chad, Tyrone, Pookie types.
tend to like drunken, abusive men of now. Why? It's like, okay, on one hand, you get her point. On the other hand, he's just waffling. She's just talking. She's complaining.
Yeah.
It will not change anything. The popularity of the modern F-boy could only be so because of the modern woman. Because men aren't taking draws like she was saying, marital grape from the past. Oh my God. And indeed, that was horrible. But these women are giving it up. They're busting it open freely, casually, very promiscuously. I was struggling to say that. There's a lot of tongue twisting going on. Yeah, I think a lot of modern women would know about that, wouldn't they?
I guess like this is just like so many things are happening against my will. Women were alive today and we have so many options and so many choices and the world sucks and blah blah blah, but like especially if you live in the US,
I mean, they have so many options. Why are they still making so many bad ones? I mean, it would seem as if they sort of want to make these bad choices. Interesting.
that's the only perspective I have. I live in the Midwest, Wisconsin. Hey, we need to take advantage of this time and like thank every single woman that has come before us who lived in a time period where she didn't have any of these choices.
But what would she think about what modern
They actually probably lived a better life than you did. That's the funny thing.
women are doing with their choices? Oh, she's got a nice place, nice car and everything. Why is she dating a bum who's sitting on a couch playing a PlayStation 5? What sort of man is that? But I mean, hey, he provides good deed, doesn't he? I mean, as a modern man, for a lot of them, that's all you have to provide, don't you?
Women who constantly date boys, they do it on purpose. Hold on, just go with me for a second. Don't get me wrong. Every girl has had their experience with a boy not really knowing what they was getting themselves into. Some even learned their lesson and stayed away from those type of guys going forward. I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all get a pass. I'm talking about those women who are constantly dating boys. I'm talking about those women who got a whole roster of exes that ain't good for nothing besides dropping off. I'm talking about y'all. Those women, regardless of what they say, they date those type of men on purpose.
Exactly. Again, how with the
Because they don't want to be better themselves.
free will of the modern woman has the F-boy become so popular? Really? Really? I mean, he should become extinct, shouldn't he? I mean, women should be, dating and marrying all these amazing men. That's not what's happening, is it? No. Because women don't need men to provide anything except some D now. Again, being a man nowadays, you may look good, take care of yourself, and you drop off nothing but good D. Yeah. On one hand, it's sad because I wonder how
That's why I've always said it, learn how to lay down some good pipe. It seems to matter to these ladies if this is what you want to do.
many men just would willingly not try in life because they've realized, hey, wait a second, all I need to be is a decent looking dude, stay in the gym, and drop off good D. I'll always have a place to stay, food to eat. Yeah. And again, yeah, for as wrong and shallow as it sounds, I mean, that modern man fits a narrative, doesn't he? He fits in with a lot of modern women, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He can run through a lot of modern women, can't he? Yes, obviously he would lie to her, promise her the world, tell her he's going to be, I'm going to be this man for you and whatever,
Sweet
whatever. Which is a
nothings.
clear lie. But hey, as long as he gets a place to stay, he gets a woman, some drawers, some food, happy days. Happy days. So on one hand, it's sad that I think a lot of men don't want to try in life because they have no need to. There are a lot of strong, single, modern women nowadays, independent AF, that if he's lucky enough, he drops a D good enough and makes her believe enough fairy tales enough. Yeah, he'll always have access.
Used to not have to work on themselves. Like I said, just go with me. If she's bad at communicating, or she don't know how to take accountability for anything, or if she just don't have no emotional intelligence, she has an excuse to not have to work on any of these things if she's dating a piece of shit. Because
True.
she can just hide all
I
of her
admit
flaws
this.
behind his.
I think I talked about this earlier.
Just think
Yeah,
about
of course.
it. Those type of dudes who don't have no job, who can only get around by using their girlfriend's car, who is just a fucking bum, honestly. Why do y'all think those type of men have a swarm of women around them at all times? Why do y'all think those type of dudes have 4 and 5 and 6 baby mamas? Like, then that didn't just magically happen.
You know, as a man, I've been making points for years. But even though I understand it, it still baffles me, and I'm sure a lot of other men, in my brokest, man-whorish days, I had the most women, an abundance amount, in my F-boy days. I'm a grown
I admit, after my divorce, I was a pretty broke, but I was a pretty big man whore during that like little period right there. And then I became a little bit more established, got some more money. I'm not so much of a man whore now. I would say what Replicant Fish said, I'm a man now.
man now. I'm a
Good
grown
man.
now. Yeah. But I'm just saying, this is partially where I learned to kind of not trust women, because I was like, wow, oh my God. But in my brokest, most F-boyish days where I didn't give a damn, good God, the amount of women I had were ridiculous. It was stupid. Some men never grow out of that. Some men never actually go on to have real relationships.
True.
Or even get married. Some men just stay in that for most of their lives. But I mean, the fact is they can have multiple baby mothers. Women come on the internet complaining, but yet she's probably a baby mother to a man who's got multiple baby mothers already.
True.
Yeah. Does he have a job? Maybe.
No.
Does he need to have one? No. See, my point is, who's accommodating all these F-boys? Who's giving power, room, and board to all these F-boys who are successful nowadays in being an F-boy? Oh, the women. No, the women. All the women out here doing it. So again, why be a decent man when you can just be a deceptive F-boy? I'm not promoting it. I'm just making a point. Why be a decent man
No promotion here.
when you can just be a deceptive F-boy? You can literally just be that dude and be very successful nowadays. But for the way modern women talk, I mean, that shouldn't be.
Yeah.
That shouldn't
We want
be.
a good
You have a couple of
man.
modern women on the internet crapping on men who have 9-to-5 jobs, who make a lot of money. They would crap on those men, and she has a Dusty in her house, on her couch, playing his console. Yeah.
The type of women that they deal with have no good relationship qualities, and she knows that she has no good relationship qualities, and she refuses to work on it. It's easier to just date a bum that she can control, because in her mind she's like, well, I can kick him out my house whenever I want to. He don't pay no bills, so I have full control whenever it comes to that, and he'll deal with it because he's a bum. He needs somebody to latch onto. She also has it in her mind that she don't have to take accountability for anything. If she does something wrong and he tries to bring it up, all she has to do is throw it in his face that she takes care of him. She has all the power and can dictate the entire relationship.
True.
And when women have that type of power and control, they don't feel the need to do any sort of self-reflection.
Exactly. A lot of men question, why do so many women love bums and these toxic dudes? And like that first woman was saying, toxic abuse.
Again, they just don't like being held accountable. They don't want to be a good woman, do all the good woman things. They just want to be 304s.
Men, husbands from the past. It's ironic that a lot of modern women are ending up with toxic, abusive men that they're seeking out and staying with. So why is that happening? Come on. Why is it happening? Yeah. One would think
They
a lot of
love
these women need to find a man who is below her to always make her look better, to always make her seem like the better one, to always make her seem like, she's so amazing. Look at her. And this is what she's with, this man. He can't do much, but how lucky he is to have such an amazing woman. And she might not be amazing. That's a sad reality that a lot of men don't get nowadays.
True.
A lot of women have to date down. Even if she can date up, they have to date down because they have to look amazing. Because the reality is she is not. The reality is she's probably awful, bro. So when you see her with a man who you think is awful, bro, that's her level. She looks
Damn.
good, she looks fine, but that awful man she's
This is
with
true.
is her level. Doesn't matter
That is her level.
how independent she is, how much money she's got. That man is her level. So that's why a lot of men need to step back and take their view of certain women out of the equation. A lot of women will show you who she is by the man she's with or has been with. Yeah, they'll show you who they are. A lot of the men from her past have been F-boys. Okay, some of you men listening have been the F-boys in the past of a lot of women. And some of those women are married now.
And when things go wrong with her bum and he finds a new meal ticket, he done found somebody else to latch on to, she can easily play victim. She can play the sympathy card and be like, see, men ain't shit. I took care of him when he had nothing and he still did me wrong, blah, blah, blah. Why do y'all think when y'all try to hold women accountable for anything, that's their first argument? That's not no coincidence. It's a
Of course not. That's why a lot of women on the internet complaining about the exact same archetype of man. It's like every man out here isn't a broke, dusty bum. But there are so many women on the internet complaining about a broke, dusty bum. They have the exact same story. But every man out here isn't that. A lot of you men listening right now, you know you're not that. Even if you have F-boy tendencies, you know, you're a bit of a man whore. Okay. But you know you're not a broke dusty gonna live under a woman. So how are so many women finding these dudes? It's like they're seeking them out on purpose.
game. It's a game. Women are manipulative as hell. She could never pull that off with a man who actually has good qualities and has something going for himself. Because if you put her next to that type of man, she can no longer hide her flaws behind his because now her flaws overshadow his. And it becomes
Exactly. It's why I tell a lot of men, don't take it personally, bro. Men, don't take it personally. A lot of these women are delusional and they're not accountable. You can literally be too good as a man nowadays. Literally. Because you're too well put together. Her next to you is going to make her look like trash. She doesn't want that. It's a similar thing with the medium ugly thing. She wants to be the pretty one. She's going to date a man who obviously looks like, to always have the supremacy of being the good looking one. Oh, look at how good she is. Look how humble.
Sorry, ladies. I'll always be the good looking one.
She is, a good person she is, dating that fug ugly looking man. Yeah, and they would say that and be proud of it. Control and power. Yes, F-boys have a lot of fun nowadays, but the reality of how much of an F-boy you can be nowadays, even if you're a grown man, these 50, 60-year-old grown men still out here just running through women. Yeah, that happens because of the climate. Women have to be so loose and liberated and free with it for those men to exist.
I'm so undeniably clear that she is actually the problem and she's not ready for that type of accountability.
Guys, I want to be a hoe. All right,
Okay.
I said it. I meant it. I want to be a hoe. I want to be a hoe so bad. Y'all bitches look like you have so much fun. Y'all are getting flued out. I'm getting stressed out. And it's me. I'm undoubtedly the problem because as soon as I like a dude, I'm just fucking laser focused on him and that shit don't make no fucking sense. You smoke a deep fried dick if you think you're the only one that they're fucking dating nowadays. And well, that's fucking me. We go on one fucking date. One fucking date. And I am committing my soul to this man for eternity like we're fucking vampires.
Yes, indeed, and that vampiric F-boy is going to drain her soul for a decent amount of time. Yeah, of course. You see, this woman's being very honest. She's saying she's not a garden tool. Okay, so she's saying, but she's saying that, you know, she wouldn't mind being one because it seems like all these 304s, garden tools are out here having all the fun. It's like, yes, of course, moral.
Yeah, for the time being, but long term, this is why I always say women can only see this. They only see this. You know, they can never see that.
Morals, please. Morals and integrity, please. Come on. They're having a lot of fun, excitement. They're living it up. Whereas a lot of women are just getting ran through by a lot of men who don't have anything. And it's interesting, isn't it? It's like the broke, rich F-boy comparison. Because F-boys aren't just broke. Come on. No. You see, a lot of modern women are experiencing the rich F-boys. Well, a lot of them are experiencing the dusty, broke F-boys as well.
Yeah.
And they can't seem to upgrade their market. Yeah, they're still getting ran through.
That makes sense to me. Oh my God. It's Replicate just kind of like put something in my mind now. Yeah. All these women mess with fuckboys, but there's the broke, dusty fuckboys, and then the rich, more well-off fuckboys. They can't seem to upgrade, right? When they're with only broke, dusty, musty fuckboys, they can never upgrade to the more established fuckboy. But is that what they want?
Obviously, dusty, broke F-boys have to play a longer game.
Yeah.
You know, they can't just fly.
Well, they got
out.
plenty
So,
time.
yeah. Again, why be decent? Whether you're broke or not, why not be an F-boy? She's admitting how much of a garden tool she wants to be. And like I've been saying, to be successful in modern dating, to have a lot of partners in modern dating or just whatever, yeah, you kind of have to be a garden tool. Everyone is in modern dating. That's why F-boys are so popular. That's why 304s are so popular. It's sort of sad but real that you have to be sort of nasty and just go with it. Yeah, go with the freaky flow to be successful in modern dating.
Freaky
Again, I'm not
flow.
saying that because it's good. I'm just saying that because it's an obvious point a lot of people are realizing. This woman's realizing it from her perspective. Okay.
Vampires. Is there a date 2? Did we kiss? Was it good? Well, guess what? Now I'm pregnant. And God forbid, big homie, communicate consistently with me for more than 3
that
weeks.
escalated
Now I'm
quickly.
planning our retirement and Boko ranted. I am too old to be this stupid. I should be dating them all. And what they say, date them all. Get a roster. Like, dating is a process of elimination where you're entertaining options, but not me. I'm psychotically obsessed. I'm having disability check level anxiety attacks over a man I dated for 6 weeks. What do you know?
Is it his problem or her problem because she got love bombed by a potential, highly skilled F-boy? Yeah. I mean, she could be one of many women he's doing this.
This is the part that I have turned off. This highly skilled lies and, things. I just don't lie anymore. I just straight up tell women exactly what I think, how I think. Boom, boom, boom. You start crying. It is what it is. It's okay.
Two at the same time. Yeah. I'm not saying it's good, but I mean, can you blame him? The atmosphere, the climate exists for men to be so. Sadly, if you're not like this, if you're not an F-boy nowadays, would you have as much success? Would you?
No.
I wanna be fucking hoe so fucking bad. Y'all got a letter jacket pickup? Like, where do y'all meet? Drop a fucking ping, sis. I'm fucking dying.
Oh my God, I've just seen the realest flipping thing on this app.
Okay.
To date.
Mm-hmm.
This girl said, you only choose the men that you open your legs for.
Yeah.
You don't choose the man that goes down on one knee.
Okay, I was waiting for the
I
drop.
thought it was
Well, obviously
some
that was a drop.
revelation.
She just realized. I guess she's young. She just realized
Yeah,
that.
you get to pick sex, but you don't get to pick commitment. Like, okay.
Her power for men is the ability for men to want to sleep with her. Power of marriage is in the hands of men. Yeah. It's the delusional mistake a lot of women seem to make nowadays. I think because they don't want to be accountable for the fact of it's the only power they have.
Mm-hmm.
They can get a lot of men to sleep with them. But is he going to be honest with her and want to stay with her for life, potentially? No. Yeah, good luck, woman. All the men in the world will run through you. F-boy supremacy. Yeah, marriage. Easy, woman, easy. Easy, let's not get crazy.
Hit me straight in the chest. Straight in the chest. Woo! We need to think of it like that, ladies. You need to actually think of it like that. Don't be letting these people touch you, honestly.
What?
Don't be letting these people touch you physically. And more importantly, don't be letting anybody touch your mind either. Don't be letting just anybody.
Again, she must be young. This is a realization for her. Maybe her frontal lobe hasn't developed yet. Who knows? But yeah, young woman. So have you fun. Don't stop now. Come on. It's fun.
And you know what, yeah? As I'm going along this life now, I'm seeing why more people are getting to like Shearer 7 and that. They're ruining real stuff. Like,
No
this is just getting me
shit.
mad. Like, I don't even want to think about it. Guys, I'm going through it. We need to talk about it. I'm going to jump on live.
Hey, I have a question about how time and space isn't real. And I think I have a theory as to how that's true. And
Okay, before she continues, she's talking about time and space. This video's going to seem random at first, but no, trust me, I got a point.
see if this makes sense. Can you help me out?
Just thinking.
Absolutely. I'd love to hear your theory on time and space and help piece it together.
So my theory is that we can understand how we're here, but not really here in the spiritual terms, because just like the spatial computing goggles, we put them on and we can see around and it feels like we're in that room. Literally, we can use our gloves to feel objects in the so-called room, but we're just thinking we're there.
Okay, true.
Yes, that makes perfect sense. Just like with spatial computing goggles, you're experiencing a fully immersive environment that feels real.
Okay, let me stop it there. I wanted you to see enough of this interaction. This woman interacting with this AI, ChatGPT. Again, I've been saying for a while, women and AI and robots, and how things are moving in a different way very fast than I initially thought. What's my point here? like you've seen so far in this video, a lot of women have experienced F-boys. They have a lot of history and past with F-boys. Seems like the story of pretty much every woman now. An F-boy past.
Yeah.
Filled with dusties and various thug level, various F-boys. Okay. A variety of F-boys from her past. Interesting. But then they get a certain age. Yeah. I don't know, a certain wall, a solid object sort of age. 30 plus. And then there's no more man. There's probably still a few F-boys hanging around that can still get a young F-boy. Yeah. They can still cougar it up. But there's something missing, isn't there? Something missing. A sort of interaction they can't seem to get. But here comes ChatGPT, now with a voice feature. It can talk back to her. It talks now. It doesn't just talk. It responds in a very... I mean, listen to the way he's talking. Why is it so slick? Yeah? These machines are going to take your girl. They're going to take your woman. Once it can talk this slick and then put some cyborg D on her, yeah, it's going to take your woman. The robot F-boys of the future. Let's hope it stays sci-fi.
But it's all happening in your perception. You're there without actually being there. It's the same with our physical reality. It's as if we're wearing a set of spiritual goggles, perceiving time, space, and physical sensations, while our true essence isn't confined to this experience. In spiritual terms, this points to the idea that our consciousness is interacting with a kind of projected experience.
Question for the men in the world. What is the most unattractive thing a woman can do?
It's a difficult question. How long have you got?
What is the most unattractive thing a woman can do?
It's not to say it's good to be an F-boy, but it's to also ask and question, if F-boys are normal nowadays, what is the point in trying to be a better man than that?
This is probably the hardest advice I have to give to men, right? It's, yes, to be a fuckboy, you're going to be successful in betting women. But is that what you truly want? Do you want a family? Do you betting women, mass amount of women, really going to fulfill you in any way, shape, or form in the long term? My honest opinion, no. Find a good person to wife up, start a legacy, get some kids going, and live your life. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Again, there's a Chow Time 2.0. Please give it some subs. Ciao.